So what if I told you that climbing the ladder to career success is actually less about what you know and way more about how you communicate? Well, today we're going to break down the 4 essential rungs of communication that can help you unlock your true professional potential. Let's dive in.
I mean, let's be real. Who doesn't want to accelerate their career growth, right? We all want to take on more responsibility, make a bigger impact, and just feel like we're moving forward. But what's the one skill that holds it all together? You know, it's not some big secret or complex formula. It's a skill you practice every single day. Communication. It is the absolute foundation that every single successful career is built on. So what's the very first rung on our communication ladder? Well, it might surprise you. It's not about what you say, it's about what you hear. The first, and honestly the most crucial step, is active listening. See, active listening is so much more than just being quiet while someone else is talking. When you really listen, when you patiently hear someone out, you're building this incredible psychological connection. And that connection, that's what creates mutual respect and trust, which, let's face it, is the bedrock of any good team and always leads to way better decisions.
But here's the trap, and we've all been there. Someone's talking, a brilliant idea pops into your head, and you get this overwhelming urge to just blurt it out right now. But interrupting, well, it just leaves both people feeling unheard and the whole conversation kind of unresolved.
So what's the fix? It's actually super simple. Instead of jumping in, just grab a pen and paper or open a note on your phone and jot down your thought. This tiny little action satisfies that urge to express yourself, but you're also fully respecting the speaker. Seriously, it's a total game changer for having productive conversations.
Okay, now that we've nailed listening, let's climb up to the second step, your word choice. Once it's your turn to speak, you've got to remember that the words you choose have some serious power. Our source material gives this perfect example. There was a polite student who used the word procession when he was talking about class schedules. To him, it just meant a gathering, but to his teacher, that word was tied to political protests. And just like that, a completely wrong impression was formed. One single word changed the entire vibe. So, how do we get better at this? It's basically a 3-part process. First, just be mindful of your language. Always aim for respect. Second, if you slip up, and hey, we all do, a simple, "Sorry, what I meant to say was," shows you're humble and it keeps things on track. And third, you gotta actively build your vocabulary. It's like giving yourself a bigger, better toolkit for communication. And how do you actually build that vocabulary? It's probably simpler than you think. Read more, listen to great speakers, and when you hear a new word, write it down. But here's the real secret. You have to use it. Try it out in a conversation. That's how you really make it yours.
All right, our third step is subtle, but oh man, is it a powerful one. It's all about shifting a single tiny word to completely transform the tone of whatever you're saying.
Just look at the difference here. Why haven't you done this? It immediately sounds like you're pointing a finger, right? It puts up a wall. But if you just shift it to, "We should get this done," it instantly makes it a shared goal. It's inclusive, it's collaborative, and it's just so much more effective.
Okay, let's climb to the final rung on our ladder. Just like choosing the word "we" makes your message more inclusive, this last step is all about making sure your message lands clearly with the widest possible audience. And that means aiming for clarity in your speech. In a professional setting, clarity is everything. Now let's be clear. Regional accents are a wonderful part of who we are, and this is absolutely not about erasing your identity. It's more about being able to kind of code switch, using a more standard pronunciation in certain professional situations to make sure that your amazing message, not your delivery, is what people are focusing on. It just makes your communication more universally effective.
So let's recap. We've covered the 4 big steps: active listening, choosing your words carefully, using "we," and speaking with clarity. But you know, mastering these isn't just about being a better communicator. It's really about becoming a better leader.
This is really the end goal, right? To become a complete communicator. And that's someone who doesn't just talk well, but listens with intent, chooses words with real precision, builds teamwork with inclusive language, speaks clearly, and above all, shows respect in every single interaction.
And that's why all this matters so much. When you master these skills, people stop seeing you as just a contributor. They start to see you as a potential manager, a director, a leader. This is the real pathway to those advanced roles you're aiming for.
So I'll leave you with this final thought.
We've gone over 4 really powerful steps today. The big question is, which one will you start putting into practice this week? Are you going to focus on not interrupting? Maybe using the word we a little more? Or maybe just learning one new vocabulary word? Pick one and start your journey to becoming an even more effective communicator today.